everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my physical TBR. So basically every single book that I own that I have not read yet. I just did a book declutter, so I will link that up in the cards if you guys want to check it out. And when I did that, I put all of the names of every single book that I have not read yet that I decided to keep in a little jar. It's a little cauldron. And basically for the rest of the year, I'm going to be doing read it and unhaul it. So basically like vlogs where I pick randomly a name of any of these books out of the cauldron and force myself to either read it or get rid of it. So yeah, make sure you subscribe and let's get right into the video. Okay, in no particular order, I did get these out of the bookshelves after I had categorized them, so they might be already categorized, but I'm just gonna do the top shelf and then the second one and then the third. All right, first I have The Power of Breath. This is like a nonfiction. It is about breathing and yoga and basically how much like your breath and airflow has to do with like your overall health, and like it's just more about like if you're like into yoga and like mindfulness and like meditation, then you know. So I think I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna see if I can get it through the library on ebook, and if not, I am gonna keep this one with me while I move overseas. If you guys don't know, I am moving overseas, so a lot of these books like I'm gonna read through Kindle instead of physical copies if I do end up reading them while I'm moving. All right, then I have a poetry book. This one is called How to Love the World, and I started this one once. I actually remember like a really nice, this quote that I highlighted. I wasn't like in the right mood to finish it, so I am gonna get back into this one. Of course, I'm obviously planning to read all of these books, that's why I didn't declutter them, but I'm just mentioning why I got them or why I haven't read them yet, or if I'm planning to read them in the future anytime soon or later in 2024. Then I have Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochrane. I got this one secondhand and I still haven't read it. So this is like a romance. It's a LGBTQIA plus romance. Then I have The Flat Share. This is a romance as well, and this is about a woman and a guy who live in the same apartment, but they have like opposite shifts. So like one of them works overnight while the other one is in the apartment, and then the other one works during the day while the other one is in the apartment, you know? And they leave letters behind for each other and everything like that. I still don't know why I have not read this one. I feel like every single time I see it in my bookshelf and I remember about it, I'm like, I should read that, and then I completely forget about it. I literally forget about it. Before We Were Strangers, this one, very popular. I don't know what it's about, but I know that a lot of people rave about it, so I decided to pick it up. I got The Diary of Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. This is the 75th anniversary edition. I did a haul of everything I got in the summer, and I said that my mom had to send me this one, so it's finally here. I feel like I might also read this one while I am moving, especially like before I get to Germany, because I feel like, you know, history. Then I have You Can Heal Your Life. This one is also in that haul. I will link that haul up in the cards if you guys are interested. It's basically everything that I bought in the summer and everything I got for my birthday. In the summer I was in Puerto Rico and in Orlando, like in Universal, the Harry Potter World, Disney World and all that, so I got a lot of things. So yeah, I will link that up in the cards if you guys are interested. But this one is a nonfiction. A YouTuber that I watch like references it a lot, so I want to read it. I have this one. This one I got for $7. A Little Princess. I have no idea what this is about, but I thought it was cute, so I got it. This I also got in Orlando. This is the Red Queen series, the first 3 books. Probably gonna get to them either at the end of the year or at the beginning of 2024. The Night Circus. I have tried to read The Night Circus 3 times already, and I have not gotten past. Actually, like the first time, okay. So the first time I stopped in page 73, and then the second time I stopped in page 154. And I have yet to get into it. Like, I just feel like I'm never in the mood, you know what I mean? But like I feel like I know I'm gonna like this book. Like I just, based on what people say and what I have read about it, I know I'm gonna like it, so that's why I don't want to kind of like DNF it, you know? So if it wasn't so heavy, I will keep it with me while I'm moving, but it's pretty heavy. Then I have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, another book that's very polarizing. I feel like you either love it or hate it. I have never read V.E. Schwab. I feel like her fantasies are like too high fantasy for me. I'm still kind of like in the beginner, you know, stages of fantasy. And I'm a little bit intimidated by her writing. So maybe that's why I have not picked up this one, even though this one is not like as high fantasy as like, I don't know, the whatever Shades of Magic series that she has. Like, I know it's not the same, but like because I see V.E. Schwab as like intimidating, like I always, you know, think this is gonna be also intimidating. And I feel like this one and this one are giving me like the same vibe. Like I have to be in the same in a certain mood to read books like these two. You know what I mean? This is another one that I want to read. I started this one as well. I actually currently have it as an audiobook from the library, and I still have not like gotten into it. So I might read it by the end of the month. I'll keep you updated. Then I have Further Back Man, I have Beartown, I have Britt Marie Was Here, and I have Anxious People. These two are the ones that I want to read the most. They're like the most popular ones. I was gonna do a reading vlog for him, but then I started reading like A Man Called Otto, and I DNF'd it, and then I was like, I don't know if I'm like in the mood, and I feel like I never finished the vlog because of that. So hopefully in 2024 I can get into these books. Can you tell I'm like in the mood for Halloween already? It's like August and I'm already like wearing all of my spooky stuff. All right, last two poetries. I have Call Us What We Carry. I was gonna do a video about me reading all of the Goodreads winners for 2022. I might do that for 2023. I started it, but I don't know, I feel like that vlog, I was reading another one, I think it was Atlas of the Heart, that I couldn't get into it, and then I just like the vlog for this one, like the book that I started the vlog with was not good, so I DNF'd it, and then I basically completely ignored the vlog. So like the same thing happened with this one. Like I started the video and the first book I read, I hated it, and then I was like, ugh, I don't think I want to do this video anymore. Anyways, I never got to this one. I feel like I read maybe like one or two of the poems in here, but I obviously want to read it. And then I have the Love Poems of Rumi. I am halfway through, I don't think I have it here, but I'm halfway through the spiritual ones and I'm not loving them, so I got this one that was on sale for $8 to see if I like this one better. All right, Crescent City. You guys, do you think what I'm gonna do? Okay, so I want to read this one in October, and I have it on audiobook, and then the second one is always available at the library. So, and I think the first one is also always available at the library, so I can do like a mixture of like audiobook and Kindle books to read the first one and the second one for this series. And I think I'm gonna do it while I am moving during the month of October, or the first week that I get to Germany. But Barnes & Nobles, I think it's Barnes & Nobles, they came out with this beautiful edition of the first and second book, and I really want them. So I think I am gonna do a challenge where like I do yoga and meditate every single morning as soon as I wake up and before I grab my phone. And I feel like I want those editions so bad that like that is so here's how I came up with this idea. Okay, I was showering and I was like, you know what, I really want to like get up in the mornings and like stretch out my body and do like a little bit of a yoga session, and then also meditate for like 5 minutes, maybe journal, and then grab my phone. And I was like, I have tried to do that so many times and I have been successful, but I have never been able to keep it up for like 30 days. I want to be able to keep it up for 30 days. So I said, I need something that I really want as a price for me to get to the 30 days. Because if I'm not looking forward to anything, then I'm not going to keep it up. You know what I mean? And I said, the special editions, like the Barnes & Noble special editions for these, I think that's gonna be my price. But then I want to read them before I buy them, because what if I read them and I don't like them? Then I'm not gonna spend my money on the special editions, you know what I mean? So anyways, the point is that I might read them in September. So then I have Sirs. Honestly, I got this one because I didn't like the Song of Achilles, and some people say that if you didn't like Song of Achilles, you should try out this one. That's why I got it. Then I have this one, An Elderly Lady Must Not Be Crossed. This one, I should also read it in October. Then I have the Simon Snow series. This one, I have talked about it multiple times, especially recently, so you can watch my haul, the one that I linked earlier, and I will talk about it there. Then I have Before the Coffee Gets Cold. This one as well, I kind of want to read it before the end of the year. I got it at the Reader's Corner, which is a secondhand store in Raleigh by NC State. Then I have The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. This one is for fans of Spirited Away, and I love the cover, which is why I got it in the first place. And then I found out that it was for fans of Spirited Away, and I was like, perfect. So I also have the audiobook. I might do the audiobook while I'm away. And then this one is Graceling. This one, I saw that there's like 3 other books, but it says other stories in the Graceling realm. So like, are they like separate stories within the same world, or is it like a series, like the same story but divided into 4 books? If you guys know about this one, please let me know, because if it's like a standalone, then I will be more motivated to read it, you know what I mean? But like knowing that there's like 3 more books, it's kind of like, I kind of have to be like in the right, you know, space and mind to start a new series and be willing to continue it if I do get addicted, you know what I mean? Then I have City of Brass. This one my husband got it for me for my birthday. I also mentioned it in that vlog. Then we got these Violent Delights. This one was $7 at Books A Million. I got it in Orlando and I have no idea what it's about, but I've heard about it. Then I have The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. This one I got, I don't even remember when. I think I got this one when I lived in Colorado. Like when I found out that they had like a Barnes & Nobles in Colorado Springs, I went over there and I wanted a book so bad. And I looked at so many books, and back then I didn't really read anything except romance. So I wanted something new, and this is what I went for instead of like fantasy. Whatever. Anyways, the point is that this is YA, which is why I never pick it up. But with the Read It and Unhaul It series, I might read it eventually. I did read Charlie Vega, oh no, Fat Chance Charlie Vega in one of those Read It or Unhaul It vlogs. I will link it up in the cards if you guys want to check it out. And that one was a YA, and I feel like I would have never read it if it wasn't because I was forced to, and I loved it. So I might be surprised with this one as well. I have Ember in the Ashes. Don't know much about that one. This one is For the Throne. This one I got because of the cover, and then after I had it in my house, I realized that it said book 2. This one was one of those like buy one get the other 50% off at Barnes & Nobles, and I didn't know what to get, so I saw the cover and then I read what it was about, and I was like, fine. It had deckled edges, so obviously like I'm a sucker for deckled edges. I cannot, they call me, you know what I mean? They call me. So I picked it up, and then I realized that it was the second book in the series, and I was like, why are you the way that you are? Then I have Sorcery of Thorns. This one as well as this one are both like, this is A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I bought this one when I moved to Colorado from Hawaii, and then this one I got in a box. I think it was uppercase. I think it was uppercase, and this is what I got. And they're both supposed to be like retelling of Beauty and the Beast. So I was kind of like, okay, well, if I want to read like a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, then I'm gonna read ACOTAR. And then I read ACOTAR, and then I was like so obsessed with ACOTAR that I was like, this is probably not even gonna be that good. But I hear that this one is really good, like even maybe better than ACOTAR. So then I have the third book in that series. I found it, the stickiness is still there, but I got it in one of these like bargain prices of Books A Million. But this is the third book in this series, and I'm missing like the green one, which is the second one. Then I have Cemetery Boys. This one is in my August TBR, so I should be reading it soon. The Book Thief, another one that is in my TBR. Then I have The Midnight Library. This is also one of those books like these, you know, like I have to be in a certain mood to read these type of books. So hopefully now in October, you know, like winter, how do you call that, seasonal depression comes around, and then I'll be able to read these. Then I have Violeta. I want to read in Spanish more, and this one is in Spanish, so that's why I got it. Another book that I also had to be in an existential crisis to read, so obviously that one is for a specific mood. I'm assuming this one as well in 5 years. This is kind of like to have a kind of like think about your life and the decisions that you have made, and if you could go back in time, would you change things or not? Like basically, like, I think she's gonna see her future in 5 years, or she's gonna like wake up and she's like 5 years ahead of time or something like that. So sounds interesting. I don't think it has good reviews, which is why I have never gotten to read it, but when I bought it, it sounded good, and who knows, maybe, you know what I mean, like I like books that a lot of people don't like. So then I have Maybe in Another Life. I also have, where is it? I don't see it, but I also have After I Do that I have not read from Taylor Jenkins Reid, and she's my, well, I don't know if anymore, but like at the beginning of 2023 and mostly like in the last year and a half, Taylor Jenkins Reid has been my favorite author of all time. So I will still consider her my favorite author of all time. It's just that she has not come out with a new book recently, so you know, like she's like, I put her already like in the back burner. I forgot about her, but whenever like she's coming out with stuff, it's always, you know, hitting the spot for me. I have to read that one. I have to read After I Do, and then that will be it. I should be done with all of her books. 7 Days in June. Always want to get to it, always forget it. I might leave it for next year's June, but I do want to read it before the end of the year too, because I really want to get to the story. If I'm like in the mood for a romance at the end of the year, then I'll probably pick this up. Then I have Then She Was Gone. pretty exciting. I also am looking forward to reading that one. I bought that one and I completely forgot about it, but every time I read about what it's about, I'm like, why haven't I read that before, you know? We're Liars, super hyped up on Book Talk, and I bought it because of that, and then I forgot about it because I don't have Book Talk. I mean, I don't have TikTok anymore, so like I don't see books that are hyped like that. So Gone Girl, classic. I want to read this in a vlog and watch the movie in a vlog as well, so that should be coming up at the end of the year or at the beginning of 2024. Gary Henrik's Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. This one's in my fall TBR and I'm halfway through it, so hopefully I can finish it soon. And the Final Girl Support Group. I love these like little details, like notes. Look at that. Ugh, I can't wait. I might read this in October, not gonna lie. Like, I feel like maybe get it through the Kindle or wait until I get all of my furniture in my new house and read it. Oh, see, I knew I had it. The Spiritual Poems of Rumi. This one I am halfway through. I am on page 43. That's not even halfway through. That's like 33% in. Then I have Alice Adventures in Wonderland. This one I bought in a vlog and I was really excited about it. I still am, but I just haven't found the time to read it. Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. Also bought it secondhand and forgot about it. Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, book 1 through 3. I have this series in my TBR for September or October, one of the two. So I should be reading this pretty soon. The Paris Apartment, I started it and did not finish it. Rock, Paper, Scissors. Hunting Party, I feel like those are all very popular. The Maidens, very popular as well. I don't know what they're about, but I bought them because they were popular. My Lovely Wife, this one I bought at the end of 2022 and I have to get to it. I have to get to it because it sounds amazing. So we're done. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and are looking forward to my read it or unhaul it vlogs. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave, like this video, and I will see you in my next one.